Pigeon Forge, DollyWood, Christmas time. This was my holiday vacation. Of course, it was an amazing vacation. We were in the area for about 4 days. Didn't do everything, but had lots of fun. So we start out our journey with me talking to my Taco Bell bag. I realized I was halfway there and I didn't have anything to say, so I took out the camera and tried to make a little video diary of where we were halfway there, making progress. And then, of course, you drive there, you see all the pretty sights, all the cool things there are to do. So we got to the hotel at night. It was so pretty and Christmassy and just like I remembered. Very nice. And this was our slightly messy hotel room. This was the morning after we got there. I was gonna record the night we got in the hotel, but I don't know. I just didn't. It's kind of crazy. We just got here and, all that unpacking. I should have brought more ponies. And this is the outside of our hotel, or at least on the side that we were on. The days were actually pretty warm, but it pretty much looked like winter outside. And this is Cadence. This was my breakfast. And these are the adorable little syrup bottles that the syrup for the pancakes came in. And this is a delicious box of fresh Krispy Kreme donuts, and it was all for me! Well, kinda. Okay, I'm getting off track here. I kind of forgot what we did that day, but moving on. We're going to DollyWood. DollyWood! Oh, wait. This is the little tram thing you had to take to get there, but it was still fun to ride on. It was pretty cold that day. Mind you, freezing at night, but it wasn't that cold. It was pretty nice actually for a DollyWood, Tennessee a day. You can see the Smoky Mountains from here. It was very hard to get a clear view of them. Those weren't even the tallest mountains, and some even looked like they had snow on them from a distance. And DollyWood, still waiting in line here. This is when we arrived at DollyWood, or the line for tickets. We had a season pass, so we could come anytime. But, just waiting in line like you always do at parks. It was nice and Christmassy, though. Everything was gorgeous. Really liked waiting in line in the cold. Finally, DollyWood at Christmas time. The most magical time of the year to be here. Or at least that's what everyone else keeps saying. This is when we first got, in DollyWood. Actually in DollyWood, where you walk around and, look at all the pretty lights and stuff. I guess you could say it's pretty full. It gets way fuller later at night. Walking around the park was an absolute joy, with me being totally freezing and night quickly falling. Of course, the lights looked really nice at night. Everything was pretty decorated. Oh, and this camera did not do it justice. Everything looks like 10 times more big and bold and bright off camera, especially the big trees. So we're pretty much just wandering around trying to figure out what we're gonna go do or look at, trying to find some rides. And I'm just recording trees as we walk, which is very hard to do. And I found this cool bridge with these cool sparkly butterflies. They're so sparkly. Camera does not do justice. It was these glittery magical butterflies. I love them. So I decided to stop and record them. At that point, we were trying to look for the pond with the ducks in them, but I think the ducks were asleep. It was so magical. I wish I recorded more of the lights. It was so, amazing. And then there was this guy by this tiny little Ferris wheel playing the banjo really well. It was very entertaining.
I know. I'm good.
We listened to him play for a few minutes, and then we pretty much were on our way. Ooh, what's that? After walking into the main square area with a really big Christmas tree, I realized my camera was taking its toll because night pictures are not its thing. Still walking up the magical DollyWood path, we found lots of shops, stores, places to eat, more lights. Just recording all the lights. Lots of cute Christmassy stores and stuff. More lights. Endless lights. Beautiful golden lights. Do you want more lights? And then we found the pond with the ducks and fish. And it was nighttime, so the ducks and the fish were nowhere to be found. But there was a cool water fountain. So being me, I decided to record it for a few minutes. And then right beside it, you had the big old shop with all these Christmassy things inside and a giant water wheel. I didn't film the water wheel from here though. And then I'm trying to film the train at night, I think pulling out of the station. It was so cool. There's a big old train. We're gonna ride that baby tomorrow. And here was one of the rides. I think my mom recorded this. Yep, must have recorded the whole ride. Or maybe that was me. I have no idea. Anyway, my little brother loved this ride. It was fun. Well, maybe she was recording it when the both of us were on it. It was very fun. This is like my favorite kind of ride to go on. It's just, I was so cold. I hated it. The wind blowing, stinging your face while you're having so much fun flying in the sky. So at that point, I was sitting on a bench, completely freezing, couldn't feel my hands, my thumb joints were starting to get numb, and I had these beautiful reindeer gloves, I had an awesome new coat, I had a lot of new stuff to prepare me for this like harsh, cold nighttime at the park, but of course my gloves, they were so insulated, but for some reason my hands, they just had no more heat in them, so no heat in gloves means cold hands. So after forever, we went and got a hot chocolate. So that warmed me up, but I was still an icicle. Still headed up the DollyWood path, more beautiful lights. And then we came across one of the most beautiful things in the park during Christmas. This beautiful icicle forest of like glowy lights. It was so beautiful. The camera still does not do it justice at all. It was so bright and just, it's so magical. It feels like you're in Frozen 2. That's what it feels like. And of course, it was crowded with people, but it was very cool. Basically, they just strung icicle lights from like cables up in these big old trees. I think it was by the area where they had the eagles. But of course there were no eagles because it's kind of winter time, I guess. It's too cold for them. But it was so beautiful. I loved it so much. And it's so beautiful. I loved it so much. I forgot what we did exactly, but I think we headed further up the path looking for something to eat. We're absolutely freezing. Then there was a part of Dollywood we didn't go to yet. Then we went all the way back to the main area, absolutely freezing, because there was going to be a Christmas parade. And I recorded the whole thing from this amazing spot. Well, pretty amazing. It was an okay spot. It was just hard to see over everyone else because, you know, everyone's already gathered around all the little street corners. It was basically a Dollywood Christmas parade with lights, floats, people. I can't believe I recorded the whole thing. It wasn't the longest parade in the world, but by the time it was over, I realized my camera battery was dying. So I might just talk the whole time, or I might just speed up the parade so you can watch it all easily. And I think this float was my favorite. They also had music playing with the floats, which was really nice. You really feel like you're in the Christmassy groove. You're just absolutely freezing. You have to stand in a crowd of people with your sore arm and your dead camera. Okay, I completely forgot what we did the previous day, but it's the next day and we did some stuff. I forgot what we did. And we're back in Dollywood. And the train is coming through, and this thing is like real. A train. This is like the loudest thing you will ever hear in your life. And we're gonna go ride it. Just got on the train and it is a moving slowly but very fast. It was still the loudest train ever. You get to pretty much go around all of Dollywood. Most of it's through the woods, but it's still really pretty. the first night we were in Dollywood, it was absolutely freezing, especially at night. I don't think I've ever been so cold, especially after the Christmas parade. There was just swarms of people, got ready to get out of the park because it's freezing and the parade just happened. Luckily, we weren't like, miles behind, but we had to wait in line for ages just to like get out of there. But today was actually pretty nice. It was warmer, it was nice, and okay, we did end up staying at night, but it was definitely less cold, and I was definitely less miserable. So we're on the train ride today. I had not been on this train in what, 10 years or something since I was like really, really, really little. So this was a fun experience. I pretty much just recorded the whole train ride. I think I deleted at least one recording because I had a big room on my camera. And basically, it's enjoyable, except sometimes, like, ash will get in your eye from the train, and it's not too annoying, but it is really annoying. Like, it makes your eyes kind of itchy, and my little brother was he didn't like it. And then I had, like, a splotch or something got on the camera, and I could not get it off. And lucky us, we were on the singing train, so we get to sing Christmas carols throughout all of Dollywood and scare every living creature in the forest. Also, you have to go on roller coasters when you're at Dollywood, but actually we didn't go on any roller coasters. I don't know why. I guess it was dark or it was late and we just weren't looking for thrills. I think I'd been on that roller coaster there once. I liked it, but it was so rickety. It just, it made me all kind of sore afterwards. There's the parking lot, or one of the parking lots. Also, the parking lots were not as crowded the second day, which was so nice because we could actually find a parking spot. And then there were some like old tiny little cabins just along the way. And there is the train pulling everyone, it's a really cool train. It's beautiful, made it, whistle a lot. It was so cool. It was like, it was like riding the Hogwarts train. It was so awesome. More cute little houses and cabins and stuff. And then probably the most enjoyable part of the train ride, there were two deer in an open field area. Adorable little deer, so the train decided to scare them off with the horn, and it was so much fun to watch. I feel bad for the poor deer though. And there's the train in all its Christmassy glory. So beautiful.
Come on, everyone, what is that? Give him a hand up there. Come on, give him a hand.
And then after a long train ride, we're getting kind of close to the station, and we're pretty much just passing through Dollywood still. Pretty much just passing through Dollywood. And we're still singing, so everyone is wondering what on earth is wrong with our train. I remember walking through there last night, absolutely freezing. Now I get a sweet train ride through the beautiful spring day. Here's the side of Dollywood where we're gonna get off of the train. We just have a little ways to go. And here's the train pulling back into the station. It was such a fun train ride. I want to do it again. I need to bring, we need to bring everyone to Dollywood, and that's something we are going to do eventually. Of course, it's going to be summer, but you know what summer means? It means water parks, water slides. Actually, next door to our hotel, they were building I forgot, I can't remember if it was part of the hotel or not, but they were building another big old water park over there that would be brand new, so, it's so exciting. Oh, and I didn't record it, but we went to the water park there too. That was part of the other hotel. And it was so cool. I missed that water park so much. The only I had fun, but I was just a little lonely. I missed my sister. And of course I was freezing, but I got to go on the Storm Chaser again, which is like the biggest water slide. So, oh my god, that was so much fun going backwards and swirling around. And oh, I wish I did 100 more times, but I didn't. But don't worry, I'm going to go back in the summertime. Then, after a while, riding on more rides, it started to get dark, so we were roaming Dollywood at night once again. We started to head to the newer area we hadn't been before, saw some really cool things, more Christmas lights, of course. And then there was the big tree, the big one, the mother of all trees, right in the middle of the new area, I think. This tree was like, the big old town tree, and this camera just still does not do it justice. It looks like it wasn't even there, like just the lights were floating in midair. And there'll be like a Christmas tree show like every 30 minutes where the tree will light up, do all kinds of designs and stuff. We were just coming in when it was ending, and I recorded it, but I can't find the record anywhere. It was all candy cane colored and so beautiful. I tried to take a picture by the tree, but of course it's nighttime, my camera doesn't look the best, and you can't really see me. There was also fake snow made of foam and suds. It was cool. So many more Christmas lights that didn't get a justice with my camera. Sometimes they look cool. It was either when you took a picture, the lights, they just I don't know, dimmed a little, or it kind of took the color out of them. Like these lights, they look good blue, but there were so many more colors. It was like pinks and greens, and it was so pretty. And still in the new area, it was like this sort of butterfly land or butterfly theme. There was this really pretty fountain there, and it's magical. Everything was magical. There were more rides. My brother had fun on a lot of them. But then there was, one of those big old towers. It's like the tallest thing in the park. And you go to the tippy top, and then you just get dropped 1,000 feet. So that looked interesting, but it didn't go on that. Actually, it didn't really go on many thrill rides this time. We need to go back, and we need to go on every single ride, including roller coasters. Lights, lights, more lights, butterfly-themed lights, lots of Christmas everywhere. And there was this butterfly tree. This camera still doesn't do a good justice, but probably actually the best looking thing on the camera. I thought I took video of it, but guess I didn't or something. This beautiful butterfly tree with thousands of lighting, glowing butterflies, dancing to music and changing color. It was so beautiful. It's kind of like the big old, it's kind of like the tree of life at Disney World. It's kind of like the Dollywood version of that. It's just this big old butterfly tree with a bunch of butterflies. I loved it so much. My brother was pretty much going on rides. I was just sitting around enjoying the butterfly tree. There was also a miniature swinging pirate ship ride where you go back and forth on a pirate ship thing. And it was more of a little kid ride, but I went on that a bajillion times. It's probably one of the only rides I went on. Because, I'm always cold. But I had so much fun on that. It brought back memories of my childhood trauma ride. I loved that ride so much. It was the only fun ride for me at the fair. There was this wintry wonderland area, everywhere. And it was polar bears, light up trees. It looks so good. You have to go there and see it. It looks so amazing. There was this cool, buzzard portrait made out of wood. We were actually heading out of the park, there was another way out since, there was a new way. And before we came to this right here, I saw there was a talking buzzard, by a roller coaster. I think it was still around daylight or sunset at this time. Or no, it's dark out. It was something, I don't know. And I remember him from a long time ago, and I should have taken a picture of him. He's this animatronic buzzard. Little me would be there with my sister, and I'd get closer and closer, and then I'd freak out if he starts moving. He was the scary thing at the park. Then we were getting close to the exit. There was another cool little tunnel of lights we could go through. I recorded it. It looks pretty bright on the camera, but camera still does not do it justice. It was so pretty, and I don't know why. I think I was just a little camera shaky. I was very tired. My legs hurt from all that walking, and there's still a weird speck on the camera I couldn't seem to get off. And there was another beautiful tree. There's so many beautiful trees. They wrap every inch of the trees in lights. It's so amazing. I don't know how they do it. Oh, this one was like an icicle tree. So there were like golden icicles dripping. Then on the way out, it's kind of just a cute little area with a bunch of things, just the little Christmas trees. Then, you go through the big old gift shop to get out. And this was the only picture of the gift shop I think I took. It still does not do it justice. It was really big and Christmassy. I've been saying that a lot, big and Christmassy. Everything was big and Christmassy. It's Christmas, it's DollyWood. It's like, where you go for Christmas. And then I still kind of forgot the order we did things, but I believe that the next day, we did a lot of stuff the next day. The next day was going to be the pirate show, so it was the day before we left, the night before we left, we were going to go do that. But first, we went to go check out the Christmas store, because, we always do that. We weren't planning to this time, but we did anyway. This is my favorite store, probably in the whole world. I didn't buy anything this time, but it's still so beautiful. It's basically your big old Christmas store in Pigeon Forge. It's like a big old DollyWood store or something. It's basically Christmas. And it's kind of store where you got like just a bajillion Christmas trees, all kinds of Christmas ornaments. It is so beautiful. Camera still does not do justice. Camera does kind of a justice. There are lots of trees, so nice. I can only get so many areas. It's like every year it feels smaller and smaller, but it's still so cool. It's so beautiful. You got Christmas trees, Christmas lights, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of displays. Everything was so cool. There were also lots of cool snow globes. There was this cardinal one my mom really liked, and then there was this Star Wars one. I wanted it so bad, but I don't know. I didn't get it. It was so cute. The stormtrooper decorating a Christmas tree. There was also a little BB-8 Christmas ornament. It was so cute, but didn't get that either. More Christmas trees. One of my favorite Christmas areas is over here. It has the stained glass windows. Why didn't I take more pictures? Oh wait, I got a picture of the stained glass windows right here. Well, the best picture I could take, with the pretty Christmas trees and the mangery area. It was basically the Jesus land of the store. You got like these rooms and these sections for all kinds of Christmas things. Like you'll have a pepperminty Christmas, then you'll have like a classic-y Christmas, then you'll have like a, I don't know, more modern-y Christmas, then you'll have like a golden Christmas, then you'll have like a silver and blue Christmas, then you'll have, like more classic Christmas. You'll have all kinds of Christmas. I wish I took more pictures of the trees. They were so beautiful. And they have the coolest ornaments too. Like, they actually look really good. And Pigeon Forge looks so good at night. It has all the Christmas decorations. It's not quite as crazy as Okay, it is as crazy as DollyWood. In some places, they have the really big, stand-up Christmas decorations throughout the town. And it looks so good, especially when it's really dark at night. And then that's pretty much it. Nights before we left, we went to the pirate show. This is really the only picture I took. I don't know why I didn't take my camera in. I should have. It was pretty cool. There was a gift shop with piratey stuff, so of course my little brother got a pirate sword and a pirate hat. There were some pretty mermaid statues too, cool little mermaids. It was so cool. And then of course I got in. It was kind of the same food as the Dixie Stampede. I remember last time I didn't like the food much, but this time the macaroni was so delicious. Of course, this pirate show was Christmas themed, so it's red pirates, green pirates, Christmas. Oh, it was so cool. I mean, most of the time it was just pirate show, but then sometimes it was like they had animals, they had ducks, they had all kinds of things. And then they had this guy. I mean, he did a lot of other cool things, but he was playing with fire. It was most jaw-dropping, fiery, crazy thing I've ever seen. So that was very amazing. And if I still sound funny, it's still this cold. I keep wanting to say it's been snowing here, so it's about time to make those snowmen. But the snow keeps stopping. It'll be a beautiful flurry, but then it'll stop. And then it'll just be gloomy outside. Then the next morning, it wasn't too much of a rush to leave, but, we had to leave. We had to get all our stuff up. And we still did more sightseeing. We walked around, saw some stores, did some more cool things that's the problem. This whole vacation was so amazing, and I covered the big important stuff, but there were a lot of other little things we did too. I just can't remember many of them. I know we did a few more things, and we ate at some restaurants. Which was good. Oh, there's also the arcade before like the water park. I did play one game. I would have played a lot more, but you know, we just had a few little things on our card, like little credits to play games, and my little brother was the one going all over the place playing stuff. We also played laser tag. Wasn't as fun as I thought, but it probably would have been better if my little brother knew how to play. I wish we did a bunch of other things. Like, I wish we went to Wonderworks. We haven't gone there in a while. And then there was the Titanic Museum. We saw that last time we went. Of course, I was sick, so I was loving the museum, but I was absolutely miserable, and my shirt was soaked. It was not fun. But then we wanted to take our mom. It's a cool museum, even if it's a museum. It's really cool. And then there are a lot of other cool things around there we haven't done yet. We need to do more. We have to go back. We have to do so much more. We have to go back in the springtime. Actually, like about a week after we went, my mom was like, life is too stressful. And she was like, hey, are you better yet? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, are you sure you're not better? And I'm like, yes, I'm sure. He's like, I'm stressed. I'm going to go to DollyWood for the day and see some shows we never saw. And I'm like, oh, cool. So she did that. So we can basically, I guess, go anytime. It's just, you know, gas and all that. And if you want to like get food. Besides actually like paying for DollyWood, it's pretty much free. We can go whenever we want. It just costs a little bit of money on the side. But I can't wait to go. Hopefully in the summer. Hopefully bring our whole crazy family. Hope we don't catch another cold. And then we can all have fun. So basically I just got back. I was like, I have over 100 notifications. This is crazy. And then I went to go see The Rise of Skywalker. Freaked out. Died. Let me see. And then I think it was from my little sister, because I always get it from my little sister, and she was sick first, but my dad blames it on someone in the theater. Someone in the theater was coughing, he says, even though I didn't hear anything. And then we all basically got the really bad cold that lasts for like 2 weeks, and my nose is still a little runny from it. But basically, that was my Christmas vacation! And I guess sort of Christmas present, because I had no idea what I wanted for Christmas. I got a t-shirt. Well, technically, I got a bunch of stuff like DollyWood stuff, so it was fun. If you guys have gone on any Christmas vacations this year, let me know. I want to hear about them. Let me know what you thought of my vacation. Bye, guys!